Tell Me Tree by Gail Gibbons. Trees are woody plants. Their trunks, limbs, and branches are their stems. Some trees are small, no more than a few inches tall. Others are big, and still others are huge. Trees grow almost everywhere except where it is extremely cold or dry, or in places at high elevations. Trees need light, moisture, soil, and space to grow. Different trees grow in different environments. Some like cold weather. Others grow where it is warm year-round. Some trees like wet places. Others grow in dry climates. All trees, even the biggest, begin their lives as seeds. These seeds come in different shapes and sizes. A seed sprouts when a small root begins to grow. As the root absorbs water and minerals, a tiny stem with just 2 small leaves begins to grow above the soil. In time, the stem becomes hard enough to be called wood. Small branches begin to appear as buds that turn into tiny leaves. The hard, woody stem is called a tree trunk. A trunk is covered by a hard layer of wood called bark. Bark protects trees from weather and insects and animals that attack them. Different kinds of trees have different kinds of bark, hard or soft, thick or thin. Underneath the bark is a thin layer called the phloem. The phloem carries the food made by the leaves to the branches, trunk, and roots of the tree. Next is the cambium layer. The cambium layer forms new growth for the trunk of the tree each year. The next layer, the sapwood, is made up of tiny tubes that carry water and minerals called sap from the roots to the leaves. The center of the tree is called the heartwood, dead and solid sapwood that gives a tree its strength to stand. Roots grow from under the tree trunk down into the ground. Tiny root hairs at the tip of the roots take in water and minerals from the soil to help the tree grow. Roots anchor a tree in the ground and help hold it upright. Most trees have as many roots below the ground as they have branches above. The leaves of a tree make food for the tree to grow. The leaves pull up water from the roots and breathe in a gas from the air called carbon dioxide. Inside the leaves is a substance called chlorophyll. The chlorophyll in the leaves gathers energy from the sun. It mixes with water and the carbon dioxide to create food for the tree called sugar. This process is photosynthesis. Trees use food from their leaves to grow new wood, branches, twigs, buds, leaves, seeds, nuts, and fruit. The fruit of trees is often sweet from the sugar the leaves make. Trees need their food to stay alive and renew their growth. When leaves make their food, they also make a gas called oxygen. The leaves release the oxygen into the air. People and animals need oxygen to breathe. Most of the oxygen in the air comes from trees. Although leaves come in many different shapes and sizes, there are only 2 different groups of trees, evergreen trees and broadleaf trees. Most evergreens have needles that are thin and scale-like. Because most evergreens keep their seeds inside cones, they are also called conifers. These trees lose their needles or leaves a few at a time throughout the year. Broadleaf trees have flatter, wider leaves. Many grow flowers and fruit and produce different kinds of seeds. Most broadleaf trees are deciduous. That means they lose their leaves in the autumn. Some leaves turn beautiful colors before they die and fall. In the spring, broadleaf trees grow new leaves. You can identify a tree by looking at the shapes of its leaves. Some leaves are smooth-edged, some are rough-edged. Some are very big and broad, others are small and thin. Trees are used in many ways. They are harvested for their wood, to build homes, and to make furniture, crates, paper, pencils, thousands of things we use every day. We eat the nuts and fruits grown on trees too. Many animals and birds make their homes in trees. Millions of trees are cut down each year. It is important to harvest trees carefully and to plant new ones. Future growth is important because trees make oxygen for people and animals to breathe. Their roots hold soil together to keep it from eroding. Also, they make the world a beautiful place to live.